Comedy Film Nerds Podcast.
Do that. Spiderman Homecoming.
Spider-Man Homecoming with a rather large appearance of Iron Man in that movie. Now,
we all talked about. We love this film. We did a
I love
spoiler.
this
we loved it.
was a
A lot of
blast.
time. And
this
you
movie
know,
I really dig.
we had actually, we had talked about it before on this podcast about where you know they're trying desperately to get Spider-Man into the Marvel universe. They were trying very hard. And I said, I'm sure the lawyers are talking right now. And sure enough, like,
right.
months later, it's announced that they worked it out. And basically what's happening is Marvel is making the movies for Sony.
Well, I have some inside information that I can share.
Please
Basically, Marvel went to Sony and said, do you guys like money?
Right?
It was that short a conversation.
yeah.
Have you seen our movies?
Yeah. And
See what
Sony
we've
went,
done?
sure.
Okay, yeah, we like money.
Yeah. and true to form, that movie had a $175 million budget,
Sure did.
and as of August 20th, it brought in $315 million.
And unlike the last two Spider-Man movies, it was watchable.
Yeah, it was so much fun, and we were so happy that they brought that franchise.
Oh,
Yes.
by the way, it's really, I think it's more than watchable. I thought it was really,
I loved
really
it.
great.
It was
And I
really
think
good.
Tom Holland's absolutely fantastic. And
I thought, and how
you know.
smart was it to introduce him at Civil War first?
So
how
smart.
That
so
was like,
smart. And Civil War is such a great. It's one of my all-time favorite Marvel movies. You know, it's I'm rewatching Civil War right now because when I work on the crossovers, I like try to rewatch usually it's movies, but some TV shows like superhero stuff that like sort of inspires me. Like, okay, give me an example where the superhero genre was really, really, really well executed. And I thought Civil War is definitely at the top of that list.
definitely, yeah.
Nice.
I thought it was, and it was also that kind of thing where it wasn't a really good kept secret. Like everyone kind of knew Spider-Man was going to be in it, but when that first trailer hit with Spider-Man
So
in it, it was
good.
like, oh my God, this is going to be great.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it was great. I
Yeah.
think one of my favorite lines was, normally there's not this much talking when there's fighting going on.
Oh yeah, and as we said, Michael Keaton was fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
It was a great movie, and then Sony went, yeah, you know what? Why don't we continue this relationship?
We do like money. As it turns out, we do.
Yeah. Turns
How
out.
about that?
Who knew? Who knew?
Yeah. So also, Girls Trip is coming out.
I didn't get a chance to see that, but Tiffany
It looked
Haddish.
funny.
It looked funny, and just to give you, so Tiffany Haddish, who's been on this show, is a very funny comic. Her career's blowing up. So that movie had a $19 million budget. It brought in over $100 million.
Right.
So that's just fantastic, and
A profit.
that's a little bit of a profit, and it shows you, like, that when I'm sure it was like Hollywood was like, I don't know, it's the thing that Tyler Perry had to deal with. Oh,
Right.
black women don't go to movies.
Right,
No, they don't go to
exactly.
your
Yeah.
movies.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't
Yeah,
go to
well,
your
that's the thing.
movies.
Yeah, there's a difference.
And when you make one with a $19 million budget, that's not a big gamble.
And they marketed it.
They
They
just-
really market. I mean, they put I think I'm willing to bet that the marketing budget for that movie was double the production budget.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. And even then, by the way, it would be a tiny marketing budget.
Right.
Even a double.
Yeah.
Right.
You know. But
I mean, you're looking at, like, for these tentpole movies, over $100 million just in marketing.
Yeah.
yeah,
You can
absolutely.
see them being spent.
It's a very big expense.
The next is Batman versus Two-Face. Now, this is a DC animated movie. This is a sequel to Return of the Caped Crusader, where they actually went to the old 60s Batman. And Adam West actually did record this film before he passed away. So,
Oh, wow.
So you can actually, I saw the first one. It was really fun and campy, and it's
Genius.
It's,
I just love that they're doing this.
It was, and I was glad that they're doing another one. Now, they do something really interesting here where they the only way to get this movie is you have to buy it. Like, you can't rent it.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, what they do is before you can stream it on Netflix and stuff, they have this window of where you're gonna have to pay for it. But it's worked for them. They're not going to change.
Yeah, well, I
That's how
think
they-
I have to say the DC animated movies, I think they're incredibly well done.
Yes.
The production value, the quality, the scripts, they're extremely well done.
Some of them are definitely, like, there's a couple hit or misses for sure, and one of the constraints is easily budget, because sometimes these stories deserve a little more time.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
they're limited to that 70
Yeah, that
to
70
80 minutes. That's
that's
like
right.
just barely a feature time.
Yeah.
Because animation is expensive.
Yes, it is.
But
Yes,
like, I
it
remember
is.
when they did The Dark Knight, they actually broke that out into two.
Yep.
But like there was, I think one of my favorites is still Under the Red Hood. I think that was
that's great.
fantastic. That one.
I love that one. I do love the Dark Knight Returns adaptation. The year one adaptation's great.
That one's good too.
I have very high hopes for Gotham by Gaslight.
Oh yeah.
Very okay.
I mean, they're talking about a deep cut. They're going into the library for that one.
For me, that's not a deep cut, but I suppose for
the average
average, for the person who's not old is really what you're trying to say. For the person who's not old, it's a deep cut.